Before we start today's video, I'd like to thank Take Lessons for partnering with me today. Take Lessons Live is an online service that provides live, online classes on tons of different subjects on music and languages. It allows you to manage the time you have available for your lessons by giving you the chance to organize your own schedule, taking into account that you have a busy lifestyle. We are partnering in this video to raise awareness on sign language. Sign language classes can be accessed through the Take Lessons Live platform and allow students to interact with an expert teacher and also other students from all around the world in learning more about this topic. You can start learning anywhere from your computer, phone, or tablet, and all live online lessons are completely free. You can ask questions and get instant feedback at no cost. All you have to do is sign up for a completely free account, select the classes that work with your schedule, and start learning today. If you want to know more about Take Lessons Live, all information will be provided in the description box so you can get started with your classes right away. Hello everyone! In today's video, I really want to talk about this whole new concept that I've just learned from one of my new favorite YouTubers called Amy Landino, and that concept is calendar blocking. And I think this is something that I've done almost unconsciously during the past few years, but after I saw her video on how she did her calendar blocking, I started incorporating a few of her tips in my own calendar blocking, and I must admit I have been planning mostly online and digitally for the past month or so. This happened mostly because I got my new iPad, and since I have a Mac, I have the cloud sync between my iCal app on my Mac and also my iPad. And it's really useful to carry my iPad on my bag when I'm going on errands or anything like that, and just pull out my iPad and have that calendar and just digitally incorporating any tasks or events I need to. So in this video, I want to show you how I do my calendar blocking, and you are seeing a week of September 2018 because I already have planned things for June and July, so I want to start with a blank slate so you can understand how I regularly plan for a week for college and for school, so you can get your own ideas on how you can manage your time and schedule your study sessions and understand whether you have time available for your hobbies or not. What I do is mark the time when I get up. And as you can see, I have multiple calendars and they're all color-coded. So for this, I'm going to use my routines calendar, and I'm going to place this at 7:30 and then copy and paste this to all days of the week. So it definitely gives you a sense of responsibility for when you want to wake up and when you go to sleep. And it also makes you have a visual understanding of how you can fill up this time with chores, errands, studying, and so on. So the next thing I will usually do is schedule my workouts, and I currently work out every single day, and I either go take a walk, do some HIIT training, or go to the gym. So this really depends on the kind of day I'm going to have. But since I usually do it in the morning, I'm going to schedule it right away before I schedule any classes I might have. Next, I'm going to schedule my classes, which are given to us in a year-long or semester-long schedule. So these are mostly definite, so I usually color-code them by program. Since I'm currently attending classes for two different masters, I color code them so I know if I'm attending the master I'm enrolled in or if I'm attending the other one for extra credit. The good thing about calendar blocking is that you can make a to-do list on your bullet journal, your favorite note-taking app like Evernote, and then really pick up those tasks, those errands, and those things you have to do and just actively incorporate them into your calendar. This makes your goals and all of your tasks turn into achievable things that you actually have a time slot to do. And I really got more productive as soon as I started incorporating tasks directly into my schedule. I really was not a fan of doing this. I hated time-based planners or schedules, and I really just preferred to have a normal to-do list and just pick my tasks during the day according to what I was feeling like doing. But since I started doing calendar blocking, I really feel I can get way more productive. Because if I say to myself that I'm going to do something for that particular time slot and I have my calendar in front of me, I'm way more sure to do it instead of just trying to go through my to-do list and pick the tasks I like the most or those that are easier to complete and then just forget all of the other ones that I have to actually make. Besides classes and routines, sometimes I have these like personal things I need to do. So for instance, if I have a doctor's appointment, I will surely incorporate that into my calendar as well. That also includes things like lunching with friends or going to a music concert. Another thing that I really like to do on my calendar is effectively scheduling things that are usually on a specific day instead of a specific hour, or the hour doesn't really matter for me to complete that tasks. So for instance, if I have something that happens like a friend's birthday, I will not assign it to a time slot, but instead I will put it just up here in the all day slot. So I understand that this applies all day long instead of just filling a specific time slot when it actually doesn't take any of my active time in doing it. For YouTube stuff, I use my YouTube calendar where I schedule my next video or any sponsorships, conference calls, meetings, and so on. So for instance, if on Friday I would do a time management video, I will just say YouTube time management video, and I will just fill the time slot where my videos usually go up on Friday. One of the most important things with calendar blocking, as I was saying, is turning your tasks into active time slots. So I like to do this by doing the following. If you see here, I have actually two different calendars for tasks. I have a calendar for to-dos, and then I have a calendar for completed tasks. So what I usually do is the following. So for instance, if on Tuesday I have to do a lot of studying and college-related tasks, I will just start creating those and put them in the to-do calendar. So as you can see here, I've assigned 5 tasks for this Tuesday afternoon. Since I'm something of a completionist, I really like seeing like the check marks on my tasks. So the way I've incorporated this into my iCal schedule is just changing these tasks to a different color. So for instance, if I had studied for health law as I had scheduled to do, then I'll just click this task and go to edit screen. And in this edit mode, I would change the color of the calendar. So I would exchange the task from to-do tasks to completed. And although this is a very psychological trigger, I really enjoy seeing all of these tasks in black going green. So I know that I'm achieving something for that day. I'm actually doing the things I've set out to do. And I think this is a really great way of incorporating that feeling of checking the tasks in your bullet journal, but in a digital format. Besides college work, I also really enjoy to incorporate more lifestyle and self-care tasks into my schedule, because sometimes there are things that I really forget doing, and just because I'm not reminded of them constantly. So for instance, I will create another task and then I'll write something like do a face mask. Other thing I can do is do something like do some meal prepping. And scheduling my time to do meal prepping really makes me feel accountable for that time. So I can understand that as long as I organize my calendar, I am absolutely sure I can have the time to do everything I have to do. As soon as I schedule my study sessions and all my specific tasks for college, I know that I will have this time slot for meal prepping and that I will have to invest my time and be motivated to do some meal prepping to eat healthily during the week. This also applies to everything workout related or for all the personal appointments I need to schedule during the week. I really encourage all of you guys to start doing this calendar blocking thing. I know that you may be a traditional bullet journalist, or you may want to plan on paper, or you may even be doing calendar blocking on paper. I really find this digital format very flexible to change things around, color code it, and just plan in a very quick way. Something that I really like with a bullet journal or a regular paper planner. So if you are struggling with keeping with a very strict planner schedule, just try this out for a week or something, see if you can stick to this, see if you enjoy creating different calendars for different things in your life, and of course, all the credit goes to Amy Landino. She was the one who coined this term, and I'm really learning from her about time management and productivity. So really don't forget to check out her YouTube channel and her specific video on calendar blocking, because she mentions tons of things that I'm not able to approach in this particular video. So all the information will be in the description box below. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week. Bye!